Hey, this KP, man, aka Pistol. You know what it is. You watching the Real-Izm TV. 100 top.
I'm from Shreveport, West Side, Pines Road, daddy. I'm the coolest motherfucker on the planet. I'm Indo, I'm Kush, from Arizona, green crack. Baby, I'm some A1 Reggie Miller. Yeah, I'm a preppy boy, thinking like Polo, getting blunted. And my niggas is.
You know what, man? Let's just get to the nitty gritty, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Me and you. You know what I'm saying? You know, you had an issue with me. You know, and I had an issue with you because you had an issue with me.
I wouldn't say that I had an issue with you. I think it was just, it was a day I think we was at Slack House over there in Greenbrook one day.
Okay.
It was just, there should be miscommunication with me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never had a problem with you because I ain't really just know you like that. I knew, what's his name? What the boy?
Jerome.
Jerome.
Okay,
yeah.
Jerome.
See, I knew Jerome.
Okay.
When I met you, I really didn't know who you was.
Okay.
And then, you know, so, I don't know what the problem was, really. But I ain't gonna lie, though, back then, I was, excuse my language, I was ignorant motherfucker, though. You know
Hey, this 100 talk, bro. This 100 talk.
I wasn't trying to hear shit. Nobody had to say because I had a lot of, you know, chips and shit on my shoulder then. So,
Right.
anything that adversity, I was head on with that shit. But I ain't know you as a person, though. You know what I'm saying? I had nothing against you. It was just a lot of, you know how that shit go, man.
Right. Relaying messages and all that.
Instead of me and you talking, because this is the first time we really just
It really is.
talk face to face.
It really is.
You know what I'm saying?
And you know, as I remember, it was at the Blue Goose Music Festival.
Yeah,
at the fairgrounds.
Yeah, when they had Yo-Yo and them.
Right. All the old school hip hop acts came down.
I was on my way out of town to a show that day. I had my homeboy with me. Yo. I remember that.
Yeah. You know, for those who don't know, man, I'm gonna retell it. You know, I had a cameraman with me, and the cameraman was like, "Hey, man, let's go interview KP." And you know, I was like, "All right, well, you know what I'm saying." This was after my homeboy Jerome had told me that you had approached him at Club Status and said, "Oh, y'all don't fuck with me. Y'all don't put me in the magazine."
See, that wasn't me. See, what I'm saying. That wasn't me that did that. That was my homeboy that did that.
Oh, okay.
Me and my homeboy was together, and I think y'all had a it was something in there about the top rappers.
Yes, yeah.
So my homeboy saw the magazine first, and he was flipping through it. So he came to me like, "KP, man, they got a motherfucking list of the top rappers in Shreveport, and you ain't on there." I was like, So he approached Jerome with it, like, say, "Man, how y'all gonna have a top list of top rappers in Shreveport and y'all ain't put my ball on there?" So see how I get caught up in that nigga shit, because, you know what I'm saying? So it felt like, hey, I was the one that was saying, I ain't sending him over there to do that, though. He went on there and did that shit himself.
Okay. Well, that's my bad then, because my homeboy had told me. And in my head, I'm like, yo, I ain't got no problem with featuring nobody as long as they got something going on, man. What the fuck? So I did approach you sideways. I mean, the thing, I did approach you sideways. I was like, oh, so word is I don't fuck with you, and you know what I'm saying?
You saw how my attitude was.
Right. Then you cop the attitude in response, man, and right.
But that's how shit get misconstrued.
Right,
you know,
exactly.
That's why I like to talk to people, you know, face to face, man to man. A lot of niggas don't do that. Or they go on hearsay or what somebody said, and then they had they preconception of you. As soon as they meet you, automatically they think that, hey, this nigga this type of way. So now I gotta approach him in that manner because of what I heard from him. You know what I'm saying? I heard about him. So it get misconstrued, though.
I know you had seen the B-Mac interview, and I pretty much told B-Mac that there's like a trinity in Shreveport with you, him, and Papa, as far as being, you can put y'all on any beat and y'all gonna rock that motherfucker. Okay, now what was your introduction into music? How'd you get into music?
Man, I don't know if you got time.
Lay it on me.
Yeah, but like, that's what people don't understand. I was born into it. You know, when I was born, my daddy, they had a group around Shreveport. They used to play in different clubs, you know, like drums, guitars, bass, pianos, horn section, trumpets, trombones, saxophones, you know what I'm saying? They was like Earth, Wind, and Fire. That was back in the day, you know what I'm saying? So when I was born, like, my dad used to take me with him. So I used to go with them when they practice, when they perform, you know what I'm saying? I was a little dude sneaking in. I wasn't even supposed to be there. In this studio here, when it was Nightwing, I'd have been in here several times as a kid, you know what I'm saying? So I used to sleep, you know, that was my dad, so I used to sleep in the studio with him. Me and Navajo, we used to go with him and sit there for like hours and hours at a time, 6, 7, 8 hours at a time, you know, because they had to record drums, bass, horns, and everything. You know, that was a long process. So we used to sleep in the studio, wake up, in the studio, sleep in the studio, eat in the studio, and do all that. So that was when I was like 2, 3, 4 years old. So once Navajo got old enough to form his own group, his own band, then he did the same thing. He followed in my dad's footsteps. By then, I'm older now, so I'm kind of aware. So I'm going with him. Fat Park talent shows, Captain Shreve's talent shows. You know, I used to go with them and carry their equipment and sit with them. You dig? So that's all I knew growing up. My dad used to have us on a strict schedule. My nigga, you know, like come home from school, do your homework, you finna practice your music, practice piano, music theory, you know what I'm saying? Practice your, cause I used to take drum lessons too from Hines Williams. He used to be a drummer for the Shreveport Orchestra.
Okay.
So I took drum lessons too, so I had to practice my drums, I had to do all that. This was a schedule we had, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Come home, homework, after homework, music. You know what I'm saying? I did that all my life. So once I got in middle school or whatever, like I used to do poetry a lot. They used to have a book called The Seedlings. They used to have all the top poems from all the elementary schools.
I remember that. I got featured in Seedlings.
Yeah,
school. Okay.
I was featured in Seedlings every year.
Okay.
So I used to love poems. So that's where shit started from. You know, I had the music side already. But then once I got into poetry, I was like, well, okay, yeah, that was before I even knew how to put it to a beat. I was just doing poetry in the Seedlings area, and I used to love it. You know what I'm saying? So after that, shit, that's when Rakim came out, Big Daddy Kane, you know, Run DMC, X-Clan, people like that, Black Moon.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, yeah. So me and my homeboys used we used to sit up and write, like, listen to the music and write the lyrics out on paper. So we could see what Rakim then was talking about. We used to sit up and study them, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, okay, stop, pause, and write them down. And we used to have a contest like, all right, we're going to go home, we're going to study this, and then tomorrow when we come back, y'all better know the lyrics to this song, you dig? So I used to be the one that always knew the lyrics without the paper. You know what I'm saying? I used to write it down because I used to know how to memorize poems. So I used to go home and write it down, memorize it, and then come back to my homeboys the next day like, hey, I know it. They like, damn, how you know that? You ain't even got your paper. I'm like, yeah, because I said they had studied and remembered it. You know what I'm saying? So I remember a time when I was in, I went to South Highland Elementary. First I went to West Shreveport.
Okay.
I left West Shreveport because, like, when I was in kindergarten, I was doing first grade work. When I was in first grade, I was doing second grade work.
Okay, so you were advanced than the other kids.
Yeah, so,
okay.
And they couldn't keep taking me out of class, sending me to other people's class like that. So I had to go to South Highland.
Okay.
So once I got to South Highland, then, you know, around them rich white kids and shit like that, it was a whole nother atmosphere for me. So I never forget, we had to memorize a poem one day. And we had to take it home. And the next day, everybody had to memorize the poem in front of the class and get up and say the poem in front of the class without the paper. Man, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't study. I ain't do nothing. So when I got to school, you know, my last name started with a P. They were starting from A all the way to Z. Okay. So when I got there, I hadn't studied. I hadn't looked over the poem or nothing. So what I did was I said in class, I was like, So I let everybody go before me. Everybody from A all the way to P. I heard them recite the poem in front of the class. So while they was doing it, I was memorizing it in my head.
Right.
So by the time I got up there, I knew it. And everybody in the class was like, why you do that? I was like, I don't know. I just like memorizing this shit like that.
Okay.
So once Rakim and Eric Beatum came out, it was just like, hey, this is what I'm going to do.
Now, when did NHC come to the fold?
Ah, man, that was like, what, 97, 96?
Okay.
My homeboy Sick Sean, Sick with the grounding with us.
Okay.
And they used to throw parties. So Sick, that what they had, So Sick. They used to throw parties. So him and D-Bell was partners. And then Sick from Houghton. So him and Butch was partners. So Sick wanted to get a group. You know what I'm saying? So he asked D-Bell, like, who you think we are? Because he wanted 3 members. He was like, who you think we ought to get to be the 3rd member of the group? So D-Bell was like, get KP.
Okay.
So they called me one day like, you want to go to the studio? I was like, yeah, hell yeah.
Now, what did Respect the Game, the CD, what did it do for you? Did it exceed expectation? Did it meet it? Or did it underperform? What were your thoughts on it?
Well, at the time, we wasn't in Shreveport.
Okay.
We did all our recording in Dallas.
Okay.
Sick used to live in Dallas, and then my partner Lamont Ford and them, they brother had a studio in Dallas. So majority of the time we was in Dallas and Houston. So, and then when the album came, I went to Grambling too.
Right.
And then I left Grambling, I went to Southern in '98. So I was at Southern in '98 when the album actually came out, October '98.
Okay.
So I was never in Shreveport. I was always Baton Rouge, Dallas, Houston. So we was out. See, then we was trying to get a deal.
Okay.
You dig? It wasn't no we just out here rapping just to be rapping. We was trying to get a deal. You know what I'm saying? So we was Atlanta, Houston, you know, back and forth trying to shop this CD.
Mm-hmm.
So when people ask, I don't know what kind of impact it had on Shreveport because I wasn't here.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what was going on. Then it wasn't until I got back later on. I was like, wow. You know, we did a show with Gangsta Boo at the Rock and Rodeo.
Okay.
And that's when I really realized, like, okay, damn, they really like this shit because it was packed and they was going crazy. I'm like, damn, it really shocked me because I wasn't doing it for that. You know what I'm saying? I was just doing it because I like to do it. But we did that show with Gangsta Boo. I was like, well, yeah, we might have something going now. So,
okay. Now, did y'all put out more albums after that?
Nah, we tried to, man. That's when everything went sour. Because Sick was like, Sick understood the business back then.
Mm-hmm.
We want to keep doing music, keep going back in the studio doing music.
Mm-hmm.
Sick was like, nah, we got this project. We need to keep promoting this project, keep pushing this project.
Right.
Y'all trying to move on to something else already. We ain't even got this.
Right, the public hasn't even seen the full potential of this right here. Yes. Y'all want some new shit, okay.
Yeah, y'all steady want to do new shit. And he like, no, we need to go and keep doing this. And that's when everything went south. Because me and D-Bell was trying to keep doing music. We felt like Sick was like hindering us from doing what we wanted to do.
Okay.
Basically, though, he was right, though. He was like, nah, when you got a project, look at this shit. When you got a project, you got to promote the project. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, that's what people don't understand. They do songs or they do CDs, and then, all right, they put them out 2 or 3 months later. All right, you don't hear from it. Nah, it's a process. You know what I'm saying? You got to promote. You got to market. You know what I'm saying? You got to do things like that. Sick understood that back then, but we didn't. You know, so after that, man, it just, me and D-Bell we did do another CD. It was called Bootlegs and Seasides.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, didn't nobody really hear it because we didn't have that promotion like that. We was selling it out of Mark store, Lakeview. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, yeah. After that, everybody just went their separate way. My homeboy, niggas end up catching dope charges, you know, and shit like that, man. It got out of hand.
A lot of people don't know that you and Navajo are brothers.
Yep.
Okay.
My homeboy.
Okay.
And that's where I learned a lot of this from because me and him was in the same house together, doing music together every day. You know what I'm saying? He had a keyboard when I was little.
Right.
And drum machines and shit. So I learned all that from him.
Right.
Even though he was like, you know, R&B, you know, Jodeci and shit like that.
Right.
So that's another thing people don't understand. When I grew up, I didn't grow up listening to hip hop. I grew up listening to Al Green, the Commodores, and the Barcades. And then once my brother got on, he started listening to, you know, Jodeci and shit like that. So I grew up around just music, period.
Now, he's the older brother, correct? Mm-hmm. Okay, I got you. Now, why haven't you guys collaborated, you know, more on projects?
Honestly,
it's 100 talk.
Yeah, it's 100 talk. Look, it's creative differences. That's all.
Okay.
That's all it is. You know, that's my big brother.
Okay.
So to him, he big brother.
Okay.
I'm still a little brother. Regardless, I don't give a damn. I'm big brother. So I might want to go this direction with the music. He might want to go this direction with the music. So we always clashing.
Oh, okay, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, then I had an attitude like a motherfucker. So man, fuck that. You ain't finna tell me what to do. Do what I want to do. He be like, well, fuck you then. I be like, all right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it was, though. You know what I'm saying? Because back then I ain't had no understanding. I do better now than I did when back then, man, I ain't had no understanding about this shit. I wanted to do it my way and how I wanted to do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because like I did. Once I got involved in hip hop, that's what I did. I
Right.
studied hip hop. I listened. I listened to everybody's music. Even if I thought it was whack,
Right.
I still listened to it. I pay attention to it just to see. You know, I'm a student of the game.
Right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
So
right.
my vision, I have my own vision as far as how I want hip hop to go.
I got you. I got
You know
you.
what I'm saying?
It's just I was always curious about that because you got two geniuses, two niggas who are cold as fuck at what they do, and with them growing up in the same house, I mean, to me, it seemed like a no brainer. Like,
Yeah, it would seem like that. But just like Dr. Dre and Warren G.
okay, right, okay, good example. Okay,
They
okay,
brothers.
okay,
But Warren G, you know what I'm saying? Now they still ain't got love for each other, but they brothers. But it be the creative differences. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And he want to do it his way. He want to do it his way.
okay.
So,
I got you. I got you.
and then with him it was more R and B.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? With me, I'm straight hardcore
Hip hop. Okay.
I
So you felt like he was making your side a little bit too soft.
not soft. It was just the direction that the music was going.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like he did the whole NAC CD though.
Right. Right.
Yeah, Navajo produced the whole NAC CD except for one song.
Okay.
So yeah, he know what he doing.
Right.
Yeah, but it's like we grew up in the same house together, like you say. So he expected me to be, you know, more okay. Well, let's do this.
More submissive to what he was saying.
Yeah,
I got
yeah,
you.
exactly.
I got you. I got you. I was trying to sun you a little bit.
I would, a little bit.
Okay, I got you. I
Not
got you.
like that, but yeah, a little bit.
I got you, man. Now, what about the project that y'all got most recent on the Day One project? What about that?
That's just me. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, getting my attitude right. You know what I'm saying? Trying to become a better person.
Okay.
Trying to get that stereotype out for me. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So that's me, like, willing, and that's him also though. You know what I'm saying? Willing to be like, oh, okay, well, let's fuck all the arguing. Let's come to a middle ground, because the communication level was kind of fucked up too.
Okay.
You dig what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it's like, all right, now it's time to put all that bullshit aside. Like you said, hey man, you my brother, let's go and do this together. You dig? So and then we still had a lot of, like with the Day One. I like Day One. You dig? But it wasn't until we did Day One till he was like, oh, okay, I see what you saying now. Cause he used to play me beats. After beats, now I'd be like, no, I don't like that. No, I don't like that. And he used to get upset with me. Like, damn, man, every time I play a beat, you like you don't like the shit. And I'd be like, no. So then finally he played Day One beat. I was like, yeah, okay. You know what I'm saying? Let's do this. And then once the song came to be, he was like, oh, okay. See, now I understand what direction you trying to go in.
Right.
At first, I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? He just thought he could just play me beats, and I'd be like, yeah, I like that.
Right.
Nah, I don't like this shit.
Okay.
Not that it was whack. It's just that the direction I wanted to go, I ain't want to do that.
I got you.
So we got in the studio, and, man, we did that song in probably 30 minutes or something.
I got you.
That's all him. That's him. He had the track I already laid. That's him.
Now, what's the plan for Day One?
Well, once again, I don't really care if they play it in the club.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people like, oh, hey, go play it in the club. Let's play it in the club. I'm really trying to get radio play for it.
Okay.
I feel like it's a radio friendly song. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? I feel like this. So that's what I've been trying to do.
Okay.
Get a lot of radio play, you know. The BDS and everything cool, ASCAP and all that, they're straight, copyrights and everything good. So now I just really want to get some radio play for it and get it out there.
Okay. Y'all still facing the same politics you were facing with Put Your Hands On 'Em?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, the same politics. DJs been had it for the last 3-4 months. Every DJ you could think of, I emailed it to them, faxed it to them, gave it to them on CD. I'll let it know. I still don't. I be like, well, okay then.
Right.
Radio station, everything. I went to meet with, I ain't gonna say his name, but I went to meet with him at the radio station the other day, and I was up at the radio station waiting. You know, he told me to meet him up at the radio station. Let's talk about it. I was up at the radio station waiting. He never showed up. Never showed up. Then he ended up calling and saying, "Hey, we're gonna have to reschedule." I was like, "Man, you got me sitting up there waiting. Come on, man. You did." So I stopped even worrying about it though, cause I don't know. I don't know what the system. Because to me, it's like it's like a system to me.
Right, like some kind of secret society or some shit.
This is 100 talk, so I'm gonna be 100.
Man, keep it.
To me, it's like they have an agenda. You dig? And if you're not fitting that agenda, then they're not gonna fuck with you like that.
Okay. Now let's go a little bit deeper with that. When you say agenda, what exactly do you think the agenda is? Because I got my own take and I done heard different things, but I want to hear from you first.
It's probably gonna be a little different with me. Like this is what I think the agenda is. Like when you have people that don't know and don't have knowledge, like what I'm telling you, when I was growing up, when I was going through this, middle school, high school, everything that I've been telling you about, when I was going through all this NACC and all that, these niggas wasn't doing it. They was doing other shit. You know what I'm saying? They ain't, hey, KP, man, you need to stop doing that rap shit. That ain't gonna get you nowhere. That ain't nothing but a fad. I don't know why you doing that. And I believed and I kept going. So people used to shit on me then, like, boy, you ain't doing with that rap shit. That ain't nothing. So now, once they get a whiff of the music industry, the rap industry, now it's like, oh, okay, well, yeah, like you say earlier, like we were saying earlier, let's keep these niggas dumb. Let's keep them here boxed in a certain box.
Right.
Because we capitalizing off of it.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying? They gonna capitalize off people's ignorance.
Real talk.
They gonna capitalize off of like when you go in the club, you hear the same shit. You know what I'm saying? They won't expand. They won't play songs that people listen to every day in their cars at the house. Right. They gonna pay if that bitch ain't jigging or they making you or they talking about killing niggas or shooting niggas or doing dope and shit like that, then they don't want to play it.
Right, because they don't understand it.
Yeah, exactly. I got you. They want to keep you dancing and fighting in the club because that's what everybody like with Coco. That's what everybody know Coco for.
Right.
It's wild in there. They do whatever they want to do. It's fighting. People be scared to go to Coco.
Right.
But people, they capitalize off of it. You know what I'm saying? And if we, as a people, we get wiser, and if we stand up, then now they don't have a platform. We really can overthrow the government. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just that a lot of people scared to step out. You know what I'm saying? They scared to stand up for something because they feel like they going to be the only one. Or they feel like they'll blackball you and shit.
Right.
Like I had a situation with a song that I put on the radio. This was like early up this year that Don't Nobody Touch Me. So it was on the radio for, a little while or whatever, a couple of days. And they wanted me to do a show for them at Coco's.
Okay.
For the Jingle Jam and shit. So I was like, alright then. So what's up? Because usually they'll call me and be like, hey, when we perform at Coco, we're going to give you such and such amount.
Right.
I'll be like, alright, cool. Because for my people, I take pay cuts. You know what I'm saying? What I normally charge for shows, I wouldn't charge them for that because, we at the crib. These my people, I don't want to just do this. So
gotcha.
Once I told them I wanted to get paid, they was like, well, okay, we're going to get back with you. Then next week I'm like, what's up with the okay, well, we're gonna get back with you. So finally, I ain't gonna say nobody's name, he was like, well, man, look, we ain't finna pay you to promote you. He was like, we helping you out. I just thought that you wanted to do your new song at the club. So we ain't finna pay you to promote you though. I was like, all right then, cool. Well, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
And then you ain't hear my song on the radio no more.
Ain't that a bitch?
No more.
Immediately
just.
Now let's talk about your affiliation with Southern Maid. Now, how'd you get down with Southern Maid? When that come about?
Southern Maid, Poochie was my partner though too. You know what I'm saying? When we was doing the NAC, 6 Sean introduced me to Poochie now.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Them niggas took me to Motown with the Compton Crips. You know what I'm saying? Back then it was them boys from Cali were coming down here. It was they introduced me to the Compton Crips. And when I went over there, I just naturally, me and Poochie got cool, and his cousins and shit from Cali and shit. And I got cool with them niggas. You know what I'm saying? So I been knew Poochie. He used to go on the road with us with NAC. You know what I'm saying? Do shit like this. So Poochie always wanted to get in the studio and rap. So we did a song called "Sir the Maid."
Mm-hmm.
This was years ago, and that was the first time Poochie was ever on a CD. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Actually did a song. I brought him in the studio like, boy, you finna come in here and do this song with me. So we did a song called "Sir the Maid" back then. So, you know, after like shit, I don't even want to touch on that. But after my little brother died, man, I was really in a bad place, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't trying to hear shit. I was, you know, gone. Pooch, I used to still do, you know, I had songs that I had already done. And I used to take him over there to Pooch all the time, and me and him used to talk. And he'd sit up and listen to him, like, man, you gotta do something. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do something. You can't be sitting around here like that. You tripping. You know, cause I was wild, and he like, man, you tripping, cause you gotta calm down. You gotta chill out. So he was like, man, all right. So they built the studio back there in the back. You know what I'm saying? Right there out there. So he started building the studio. And I knew everything about what equipment to go buy, what microphones to go buy, what speakers, what programs and shit like that. So me and him got together, and his uncle and them built the studio. We went back and forth to the stores getting equipment for it, and he was like, hey man, you finna, you know, cause that was my partner.
Right.
So he was like, yeah man, we finna go and do this, cause you out here in these streets tripping, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So he really brought me back out of that slump I was in.
Right.
Cause I wasn't really even fucking with nobody or nothing no more. I had a bad attitude at the time. So he really brought me out of that and gave me a place where I could go and create and record. You know what I'm saying? And get all that frustration off me and shit.
Now, whatever happened to Southern Maid? Why are you not still with him? Come on, 100 sold, man. 100 sold.
Because like, it started out as it was fun.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It was, oh, okay, we comfortable, we ain't doing music. We cool. But then like everybody had their own agenda.
Okay.
You did. You know, my boy Poochie, he wanted to rap also.
Okay.
You dig what I'm saying?
Okay.
But he supposed to be CEO.
Right.
He supposed to be running the business.
He's supposed to be the slim of the situation.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
So he went from being the slim to
Birdman.
Then wanted to be the Lil Wayne.
Okay.
So it's like, hold on, man. Hold on now. You know what I'm saying? So now, you know, his agenda is that. Now, which he had his own mind. You know what I'm saying? He has his own way. So you can't really, you know, fault him for wanting to be an artist if that's what he want to be.
Right.
But you have other people around you, other artists that's a little more talented than it. Okay. So why put us on hold for your own agenda?
Right.
It was just conflicting. You know what I'm saying? Like we'll have a song, like me and Dip number, we'll have a song or something, and then come back the next day and you got a verse on it.
I knew it.
And you know, it's like, okay, man, but no. You know what I'm saying? No. But then it's my studio. This my shit.
Oh, bro.
But we built it together.
Right.
Though,
So it go from being us to now it's my shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Damn.
Yeah. So then it's like, okay, well, all right then. So now it's, and everything that was jamming, oh, I need to get a verse on this. I need to get on that. Right. That's why you got, you know, this 100 times on. I ain't gonna lie, motherfucker. No, I ain't lying. That's why you got two versions of Ratchet Girl.
I was just about to get to that. Okay. That's why he's on Ratchet Girl. Okay, all right.
Yeah, because that song, I originally had 3 verses.
Okay.
You did.
Right.
And then, all of a sudden, one of my verses disappeared. Now there's another verse on there.
Wow.
I'm like, what the, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And speaking of Ratchet Girl was originally done at Manigo Studio.
Okay.
Before everything happened to Manigo, we was up at Manigo Studio up on the Cooper Road. And I did that song at Manigo Studio.
Right.
With a whole new beat and everything.
Right. Ratchet Girl done in the Ratchet King studio.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's where all that came about. Angelope was supposed to be on it.
Right.
Angelope was supposed to get on the song with me.
But she ended up having her own version called Ratchet Thug.
Yeah, but that was after everything. See, what happened was once everything happened to Manigo, the folks, they confiscated all the equipment, everything from up there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So we ain't had the files, the Ratchet Girl no more, or nothing. Okay. You know, because they took all that. They took everything.
Okay.
So I had to get another beat to it.
Okay.
And Funk Dog ended up doing the beat.
Okay, so that's not even the same beat.
Nah.
Wow.
It's the same lyrics though.
Okay, got you.
But it's just a different beat.
Okay, now clarify something for me while we're talking about Ratchet Girl, because I was hearing that you and Poochie went in conflict over who owns the song Ratchet Girl. With him saying that it's his song, and with you saying that it's your song.
Well,
but him having papers on it saying that it's his song.
Well. Oh, shit. Man, let me tell you. I'm with ASCAP.
Okay.
He would be in mine. You did. You can go to the ASCAP website, or you can go to BMI website. My paperwork was done. My paperwork was straight. You know what I'm saying? But you would be in my see. They got together, and him, Funk Dog, and another dude that actually had production on the beat too, and all this. So they got together, and just like I was trying to tell you, that agenda shit.
Okay.
Okay, well, let's go over here and get this paperwork done on it before he get a chance to do his paperwork on it. Now we own the song, and we gonna leave him over there ignorant, not knowing that I'm way smarter than that. So I already did my ASCAP and my copyright papers and everything also. You did. So what y'all trying to pull over there, that ain't gonna work.
Okay.
Then I know how to research. So I get on BMI, and his name on the BMI papers, Funk Dog name on the BMI papers, another dude that did co-production, he on the BMI papers. Then Bebe was on the BMI papers. So I'm looking like, wait a minute, how everybody, come to find out, Bebe ended up getting Bebe to get permission of 10% of the song.
Wow.
Which I don't know why in the fuck that would happen. But so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people with their name on it on BMI. Then when you go to ASCAP, my name on it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay. So when the record companies, like, we had a chance.
Right. That's what I heard.
Yeah,
right.
We had a chance. But when the record companies, they buy business. They looking at the paperwork. They like, well, who is Kevin Pearson? You know what I'm saying? And they like, they like, no, because Kevin Pearson got his paperwork done too. So y'all need to figure that shit out.
Right.
And then y'all get back with us to win with no conflict or nothing like that. Y'all got to have y'all paper because it ain't adding up. You know what I'm saying? You get 100% of each song. If it's me and Pooch on there, that's 50-50. If it's me, Pooch, and another nigga on there, then you keep breaking it down,
right.
breaking it down. Now you got 5 motherfuckers over here and 1 more. You bring that bitch down 6 ways, man. Nah, man. Come on, man. No, sir. So everybody, they had their paperwork done. I had my paperwork done. Which, honestly, it shouldn't have been nobody on the paperwork. Because, like I said, I originally did the song at Manigo Studio.
Right.
So I created the whole song, created the whole concept and everything. What you do is put you a verse on there, and now you got part ownership of the song.
But that's how the industry works, though.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Then this nigga got part because he did the beat, and then he ended up really not doing the beat, but the other nigga did the beat, and then you just put your name, Funk Dog Exclusive, on it, and then Bay come in and he put his voice on that Funk Dog Exclusive. Now everybody want a piece. Man, come on, man, nigga tripping. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's how it works.
Right. So had Manigo never got knocked, man, all that shit would have been
nah.
Okay. All that shit would have been good.
Yeah, that shit, it would have been me and Angelo on the song.
Okay, cool. Wow. Okay.
But after that, that's how it happened, though.
I got you, man. Now, what's the status of it, man? Y'all just let it, you just let it go. Said fuck, we can't do nothing with it, man. Just let it go.
Yeah, that's what I did. I just started doing shows out of it.
Okay, right. That's at the end of the day, that's what you can do.
Yeah, I did show for 2 years straight off of Ratchet Girl.
Right.
Just, you know what I'm saying? We had some conflict. That's why if you see the Ratchet Girl video, you never see me and Cuz in the same scene.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I'm just now noticing that. Now that you pointed that out, y'all ain't okay. Y'all
never
ain't
see it in the same scene.
Okay.
You see my verse, and then when his verse come, you see, and then when it come back to my verse, then you see me, and then even when we was on stage, you never saw us on stage together. They was going back and forth, showing me on stage, showing him on stage, showing me on stage, showing him on stage.
Wow.
So I just started, like people be slick, I be slicker.
Right.
I just went and took his verse off and did my 2 verses everywhere I went.
Real talk.
And did shows off of it.
Real talk.
Because they want to see, well, I'm not trying to be like that, but they want to see me anyway. So I just started doing shows off of it. I wasn't finna argue because, like, that's the thing about me in business. If you my partner, we partners.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't got to get along with this business. We can, but if you I'm not finna like beef with you or wanna do no harm to you or be out here like, when I see that nigga, I'm gonna do this. No,
Right.
I'm not finna do that because I know your family. I know your mama, your sister, your cousin. Well,
Right.
you know my family and everything
Right,
too.
right.
So, we ain't gonna get into that. You did, but with this business, oh yeah, we gonna get into that.
Okay, so when did it finally get to the point where like, okay, I'm gone, man. Y'all can have that Southern Maid. Y'all can have it. I'm gone. I'm back to doing me.
It was, I don't know. It was just one day, man. Cause when we was at the studio, man, it was just a lot going on, man. It was just, you gotta think. You got a bunch of niggas in one spot. You got a bunch of hood niggas in one spot. You got a bunch of everything going on. You get different personalities. You get different attitudes. You know what I'm saying? And different shit like that. And we in the middle of the hood now. We in the middle of Motown. So it's shit going on outside the studio that's affecting the studio work. You know what I'm saying? It's niggas that's coming to the studio that, they be on some real rah-rah shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, it got to a point where it wasn't about music no more. It was about this the hangout. This where we finna go. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to the studio and smoke and drink and move and hang out and get some bitches and do this and do that. And you know me, I'm all about the music first.
Right.
So whenever you compromising my music, I got to go. Because I can't create like that.
Gotcha. They bring, say, a Maybach Music or anybody with some clout in the industry, they bring them to Coco's and they turn to that person and say, hey, look how crazy I'm getting the club. See how the people fuck with me?
Nah, that's the agenda.
Exactly. That's the agenda.
Exactly. So, okay.
So if you bring a nigga like a B Will or a KP who don't do the club shit and people going crazy over these motherfuckers.
Now your agenda don't
matter. Now your agenda don't matter no more. There you go.
Yeah, so I can't let that happen. So let me go keep. You know what I'm saying?